Hi, welcome to the weekly reading for December 3rd, which is today, to the 9th, and we're going to do for the beginning, middle, and end of the week. And I have Archangel Michael cards here with us today. The angels remind me very, very strongly to make you guys realize that messages come from the angels in numbers too, and I've come up with a really neat thing, and I told the angels that I will get messages this way. While I'm driving, I look at license plate numbers, and a lot of times the initials on the license plate will either be my initials or my kid's initials or something like that, and then I'll write down the number and I'll decipher it using angel numbers by Doreen Virtue. And the messages are incredible and inspiring, and they keep me on track. So they want to remind you that numbers are a very powerful way to stay connected and continue to get your guidance during the week. And it can be anything, really. You know, a recurring number is always a very strong message, but I like to use the license plates. It's kind of fun. So here I am pulling 3 cards for the beginning, middle, and the end of the week. And due to the law of attraction, the cards will always give you the messages that you need to hear for the week. And the first card I have pulled is called Make a Commitment. Now, I'm just going to tune into the card. Making a commitment, what they're guiding me to say, has everything to do with your truth, your heart's truth, and to find out what that is. And you can ask your angels for guidance with that. And they are saying it has to do with a particular situation that's already occurring. And again, that will be clear to you in your life and what the questions you've been asking. And if you're having a hard time finding out what that truth is, the angels ask you to ask them. Archangel Michael will always be there to help cut away any obstacles, fear, worry that gets in your way of making good choices in your life. And it's a commitment to keeping that connection open for you and keeping that going on a daily basis. We're used to connecting with our worry and our fear to motivate our choices. And that always turns out to be more worry and fear. So to get off that track, you need to start relying on your angels. So when you start feeling that moment of you start to worry about something, that's the moment where you turn around and you say to Archangel Michael, I'm worrying about this. Please help. Please help me not worry about this, and give it over to you for solution. And immediately you'll feel a nice calm come over you, and you'll realize that you don't need to worry in order for things to work out. And that's a great stress reliever, and to feel the guidance and support from the divine on a daily basis. The second card, it says, take your time making this decision. Okay, so let me tune into that. This is the middle of the week. And again, this has a lot to do with this commitment that you're considering, and learning how to not work through fear with it, and to relax and give it over so that the solution occurs to you. Not that you've worked on it or planned on it or manipulated it in your mind in any way, but to relax into it and feel your way through to the solution. It's a work on practicing your guidance. I'm practicing on hearing your guidance and following through as well. The more you work that on small issues, the more you learn to trust that that's a real resource for you, and then you can move through to bigger issues using the angels as guidance, and knowing that that divine guidance that you hear or feel or see is real. So if you haven't worked with them on little things to start off with, that's a really strong message that they're giving. And it can be, parking spots. I use it all the time. New York City, it's hard to find parking spots. Okay, the end of the week. I pulled the card Romance Angels Are Helping You, and I'm going to tune into that. Hold on. What I'm getting from the card isn't necessarily related to the other part of the week, so I'm trying to see if there's a thread here. What they're saying to me is just the weekend, next weekend, you are going to meet some very influential people in your life, some people that you've asked to meet on the other side, and the angels are helping you make that connection. You can ask the angels to help you realize that these connections are being made. Sometimes you meet somebody and you're like, wow, that was really cool. I really enjoyed talking to that person. I really felt connected. But then your ego gets involved and starts talking about, oh, well, that's not what happened. And, this person really didn't like you, and starts talking you out of it. And the angels strongly recommend that you ask for their help and guidance in opening up to realizing these connections and asking for more of those deep connections in your life where the relationships are on a soul level. You can ask that is what happens every time you meet someone, and these interactions in your life become much more magical and full. And even those casual meetings on a bus, or out in the world, in the market or whatever, all of a sudden you're into a very deep place with people, and really sharing, and putting a smile on people's faces, and really being supportive and beautiful in the world. So you can ask your angels to have that experience, rather than the alternative, which would be not so great experiences, especially here in New York. You can get all kinds of stuff going on, but I've chosen that that's not my experience here, and I've asked the angels to protect me when I go out, and that the people that I interact with, I look for that connection. I say, why is this person in my energy field, and what is it about this interaction that is going to lift us both up into a divine place. So to recap the week, we have beginning of the week, making a commitment, finding that and trusting that soul message, that deep place in the situation that is coming to mind. As soon as you say it, there's a situation that popped up. That's the one that they're referring to. That's the one that's particular for you. Then they're also asking that you ask for guidance in making this decision and figuring out how that comes to you, and taking time and being patient with that. And then at the end of the week, it looks like the focus is on interactions with people, and whether or not you want to raise the bar a little bit and make sure those interactions are full of that divine presence. Have a beautiful week. Namaste.